The latest from Lexus in India is indeed unique. The LM or luxury mover was first launched globally in 2020, but never made its way to our shores. And now barely a few months after this new generation broke cover, India gets its dose of the luxury MPV that promises to set new benchmarks. Quite a lot has changed here when it comes to features, tech and design. It follows the new gen of the Toyota Vellfire, which was launched in India just a few weeks back, but promises even more luxury. The LM is indeed quite long, and with this new generation, it's become even bigger in size. So talk about length, width or height, all of it is much higher than the previous generation. But there's another big change on this car, which is the grille. It is of course quite big in size. You expect that from Lexus, especially on a car as big as this. But this one, according to Lexus, also helps you in better aerodynamics. The way it's been designed, the airflow is better, and looking at the dimensions of this car, you really need good aerodynamics. The sleek 3 LED headlamps come with adaptive high beam assist system and provide a nice contrast to the big grille, which also gets the exterior color of the car. The DRLs too get a nice futuristic shape. We spent time with this pre-production model that came with 17-inch alloys. However, the MPV will be launched with 19-inch ones later this year. Fair bit of design changes on the rear as well of the new LM. You get a big spoiler on the top. Good use of chrome as well, both here in this line that goes across the car, and you also get a Lexus brand name now instead of the Lexus logo on the vehicle. Another highlight are these nice connecting lamps which go all the way from one tail lamp to the other, and you also have a separate light bar here. The MPV will be available in 4 colors, of which 2 Sonic Agate and Sonic Titanium are new. This Sonic Quartz along with Graphite Black Flake is carried on from earlier. But the real magic of a car like the LM is of course inside, and especially on the back rows, because most of you who will buy this car will spend more time here on the second row. So let's show you how that is. But before that, this new feature that wasn't seen on this car earlier, this is e-latch with a soft closing function. Very nice. Also makes the access to the second row or the back rows quite easy. So once you come and sit here, at a press of a button, you can close your door, which can also be done from the front seat. All the luxury that you expect from Lexus and LM, that and more you get here on this car, especially on this 4-seater version. You also have a 7-seater version with 3 rows of seats, but this one of course more premium, more advanced in terms of feel, features and comfort. You can see 2 big seats here, almost give you the feeling of sitting in a business class in an aircraft. They recline to almost that you can actually lie down and have a long nap here. You have ottoman seats as well, which is really cool. And the good thing is that you have the heating and massage functions, and the heating feature is also available on ottoman seats as well as your armrest. That's really nice. Lexus says a world-first warmth sensing infrared matrix sensor constantly monitors the temperature of 4 specific areas of the rear seat occupants: face, chest, thighs and lower legs. The system also gets 3 preset modes: focus, relax and energize. The rear seat climate concierge also takes care of posture, including massage functions as well as light conditions. On the 3-row version, the seats in the middle row also provide similar functions as the 4-door model, but are not as wide. According to Lexus, they can slide by as much as 480mm, which is a world first. Also, they slide quicker when no occupant is seated on them. A big highlight here on the second row of this 4-seater version is this huge 48-inch screen. Now you can give it different looks. You can do a split screen or a single screen, wide look, narrow look, whatever you want. And you can also access a lot of your infotainment functions on this screen through these 2 devices that are given here. So you can switch between controls, audio controls, Bluetooth, media, climate controls, all that you can do through these devices given for one passenger each. That's really nice. The 3-row version gets a smaller roof-mounted screen which is retractable. The MPV also gets a 23-speaker Mark Levinson sound system where the occupants can listen to separate audio sources. This separate front and rear speaker output system is a Lexus first. Some other features that you'll get on this car is a refrigerator. That's really cool here on this 4-seater version. You also get tables here hidden nicely in the armrests. You can use them, and of course a wireless charger each for both the passengers. There is no sunroof here, and the moonroof is divided by an overhead console that has a lot of controls on them. They are easily accessible but may not be very ergonomic for repeated usage. The LM also gets ambient lighting in 64 colors including 50 custom options. But the biggest and the most important thing is this: on this 4-seater version, you get a private personalized cabin which is separate from the driver or the front seat area. So you can, at a press of a button, close this area, the glass wall goes up, and press of one more button, it becomes blurred as well. So the person who's sitting on the front cannot see here on the second row. So you get absolute privacy, comfort and luxury here on the second row of this new Lexus LM. On the front row, the design is simple yet premium. There's a 14-inch touchscreen system which is compatible with wireless Apple CarPlay, though Android Auto is wired. It is easy to use and quite responsive as well. The 7-seater model also gets a wireless charger here. The LM comes with 2 interior upholstery options. Apart from this black, you also have the new Solace white theme, and then there's some ornamentation as well. The electric tailgate release button is uniquely placed, and you get a boot space of 752 liters on this 4-seater version. It was then time to take this lounge on wheels out for a drive and also get driven in it. The first thing you have to get used to when driving the LM is, of course, its sheer size. It is indeed very long, so maneuvering it through some heavy traffic may not be that easy. So for better peace of mind, let it be chauffeur driven. The dashboard is quite big in size too, so there are things you have to get used to in this vehicle. Lexus says it has paid extra attention to the sound insulation of the cabin, but has kept things balanced rather than making the cabin dead silent. So while the LM has specific countermeasures for road noise around the tires, wind noise around the hood and pillars, and engine noise, the roof lining has been made non-sound absorbent. It runs on a 2.5-litre petrol engine. It comes with a strong hybrid setup, and in terms of performance, it's not bad at all. You get a decent dose of both power and torque, and because of strong hybrid, you also get a good fuel efficiency number. Though I'm not too sure if it's very important for you if you're going to buy this car, but just giving you an example, right now the tank is almost full on the LM that I'm driving right now, and this is showing a range of more than 1100 kilometers. That is indeed quite impressive despite the big fuel tank. You also get paddle shifts here to make your drive a little more engaging. To help you decide the way you want to drive the car, you can also choose between various drive modes, including a special rear comfort mode. However, there's no physical button to engage with them, and you need to switch between these modes through the touchscreen, which is not ideal. But as I said earlier, a car like the LM is all about the back row, so I didn't take too much time in moving there. Here I am on the back row of the Lexus LM, and I have to say, right from the start, this car offers you a remarkable ride quality. This is one area where you will be supremely impressed with this luxury MPV, because this cabin is so well insulated from the outside noise, plus the ride quality itself is so sublime that you will love all the time that you spend here. So doesn't matter if you're stuck in traffic, you're spending long hours in slow moving traffic, you will just not complain if you're sitting here on the second row of the LM. So you have a frequency sensitive piston valve here that actually controls the damping force to mitigate road surface inputs, which just ensures that even if the road quality turns bad, you will continue to get good ride quality on this vehicle. The adaptive variable suspension also reduces posture changes during acceleration and deceleration by monitoring the accelerator and brake pedal positions. Seen first time on a Lexus, a hollow clamshell has been used here, which reduces the unsprung weight and in turn ensures better ride quality. And then you talk about handling, and especially because this is an MPV, you don't really expect great dynamics from MPVs, but here Lexus has tried to give you a better feel using pitch and roll controls where the braking system comes into play. And especially while cornering or especially while braking hard, you don't get thrown around too much in this car, which again adds to the feel of this vehicle. Lexus also claims that torsional rigidity is 50% higher on this new model, which again results in better dynamics. The LM is big on safety as you'd expect from a car in this segment. Apart from pre-collision system, lane departure alert and dynamic radar cruise control, there's also the safe exit assist system, which prevents the doors from opening in case of an approaching obstacle. The LM without a doubt promises to provide high-level quality, comfort and experience to the rich and famous. It does set new benchmarks with this update, and if you can afford it, this one will give you much needed exclusivity in the lap of luxury. Lexus has already started bookings for this luxury MPV, with the launch slated for later this year and deliveries beginning early next year. We expect the prices to begin at around 2 crore rupees ex-showroom.